In nature, there's a flow from the energy flows from the weak to the strong. If I was Facebook and I wanted to clean up cyberspace and I agreed to let someone post 100,000 Satoshis in a Lightning wallet in order to get verified by Facebook, and then that allowed people on Facebook to know that I was going to be civil and safe in my behavior, they might very well get 1 billion people to plug Lightning wallets into Facebook and deliver civility and safety in cyberspace for 1 billion people, and they would get rid of all the scammers, imposters, trolls, and eliminate hostility toward children and women, and shut down a whole set of scammy schemes that go on in the platform. So you can make your product better using something like Bitcoin and Lightning. Right? I mean, Twitter just allowed you to tip using Lightning. That's a good thing. The ability for anybody on the planet to send $10 to anybody else on the planet, that's a product improvement. The Chivo wallet in El Salvador allowed 3 million people in El Salvador to set up a bank account in 3 weeks and get money for, with no remittance fee from anywhere in the world instantly at the speed of light. They were paying hundreds of millions of dollars a year in Western Union fees and wire transfer fees. So if you're using Bitcoin and Lightning in your product, you're probably making the product better. If you're just offering to sell your beach house for Bitcoin, all you're doing is marketing. I mean, nobody in their right mind would want to trade an asset going up 140% a year, for a liability. Like if you bought a Lambo with Bitcoin, you could have been like a billionaire 8 years later. So probably not a good idea to I wouldn't trade my Bitcoin for any asset. Name one other asset that's gone up 140% a year for a decade. And the answer is none. There's nothing. There is no stronger asset. There's no stronger trade. There's no higher quality property you could possibly own than pure digital energy. Pure digital energy, or pure digital property. It's better than the best stock, it's better than the best land, it's better than the best building, it's better than the best anything, really. And so a better idea, instead of selling it, would be pledge it as collateral for a loan. I have $1 million of Bitcoin, I borrow $100,000 at LIBOR plus 100 basis points. Or LIBOR plus 500 basis points, I pay 5% interest, I buy the Lamborghini, and then the Bitcoin doubles and doubles and doubles, and in about 8 years, I have $1 billion, and I still have the Lamborghini. Let me say it this way. There's 4 types of buckets of money. There's the saving. If you want to save money and give it to your grandchildren, then you just convert a weak asset to a strong asset. And that means you sell currency and you sell stocks and you buy digital property like Bitcoin, or you buy like land you're going to give to your grandchildren. You're buying hard, tangible something to hold 100 years, right? If you're an investor, you invest in a company or technology you think is going to be a screaming win, and there's risk. It might have competitors, it might win, it might lose. The Ubers, the Airbnbs, the Apples, the Amazons, whatever. It's an investment. If you're a trader, you're trading risk derivatives and what direction is the yield curve going to go, and you're trading pairs, this will do that. And you're about speed and leverage, and if you know you're a good trader, you know how to trade something, you know it. Right? If you don't know you're the best at doing that, then you probably shouldn't do that. But people do it. If you're just focused, you got to be focused. And then the last is speculation. And sometimes you want to speculate. It's fun. You go to a casino, you gamble some money, you gamble the money that you can't afford to lose. There's some things that are speculative. As a publicly traded company, I have legal, ethical, civil liabilities, right, to my shareholders. I need to disclose what I'm doing. I need to register it, right? I'm a fiduciary for them. So we have a very straightforward strategy. It's like we're going to buy and hold Bitcoin.
Hey, how you doing?
It's like, you know, if you could buy 50 blocks in Manhattan 200 years ago, there's no way you wouldn't have made money unless someone
Am I
called
coming?
your loan
Okay.
and liquidated you out and you had to sell it sometime in the last 200 years. So you just want to have the staying power to stick around for the long term and let nature run its course. Everything that humanity's done in the history of the human race is predicated upon those space-time constants being what they were. And when you decide to routinely change them, you're playing God.
Hey, hey, Bob.
Hey, how's it going?
Were you at Bitcoin Plus Plus?
I was not
Okay.
Damien. Yeah, just Damien.
All right. 5 p.m. in Warsaw, 3 p.m. UTC, wherever you guys are. It's some 00 full time. Hello everybody.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah. Welcome to Alby Community Call. Every second week we are meeting here at communitycall.getalby.com, and we are meeting with our team, with our users, friendly projects, and we demo updates from Alby and updates from you guys. So today we have a few interesting projects. Always we have interesting. Welcome Sync, Roland, Andrew, Chris, Moritz, Mark, Fernando, Bob, Mike. Good to see you all. Hello everyone. And welcome Upstream. Welcome YouTube. Whoever is watching us, we are streaming on YouTube, on Nostr, and on Twitter today. So if you guys have any questions, you can put them in chat. I will try to read them out. Or you can join us live. This call is open for everyone. So, is there any updates from Alby? Do we have some demos that we want to show to the users? Because we are launching a new product. We call it Alby Hub as for now. Maybe the name will change. And lots of things might change there. We are looking for beta testers. If you guys attending this call would like to help us out and test new cloud-hosted self-custodial wallet from Alby, hit us up. We are happy to do onboarding sessions with you or with the audience. So without
I can show you something, Tomek.
great, let's do. Show me.
I'm not sure if this was already shown, because we just talked about Nostr Wallet Connect. What we did is, so we forked Adblock Plus. So I think that's one of the biggest ad blockers out there. They have more than 500 million downloads actually, and I think like 40 million or so active users. And we basically infused Lightning into this ad blocker. So now you have here a small space where you can enable and disable Lightning functionality. And then you can go to like any WebLN enabled website, for example, BoldFun. And then you could tip these, like really use normal WebLN functionality, Lightning payment functionality on website, and then you can pay. And this works because you have Lightning connection functionality via Nostr Wallet Connect. So I can add my Nostr Wallet Connect pairing secret here. And in this way, I can then pay directly out of my own ad blocker, or basically out of my wallet through the ad blocker on websites like this. And it basically shows nicely how we can use these open APIs with Nostr Wallet Connect, basically to power an app with Bitcoin, and then use this app also as a bridge, then especially like browser extensions as a bridge for paying on other websites like BoldFun. Yeah, that's it. And actually also I used it with my Cashu Me Nostr Wallet Connect string. So that was already working. I could also see, for example, if I get an Alby okay. Let's see if it quickly works. Can do this here. And then I can maybe, Aliash, I can pay some sats to wait a bit. Oh, a network error. So yeah, sorry, demo effect. I need to see what happened. But that's it. I will share also an article about that later on.
That's nice. Congrats. So the payment can go to like to a site owner, so it doesn't show your website, right? Or to a content creator, like if whatever like you're watching YouTube, so instead paying him with watching that, you can send him some sats, right?
Yeah, whatever Lightning payment functionality is integrated in that site. In this case, some like WebLN, and then I can pay this person.
Nice. Where can we find this fork? Can you maybe post it in chat so if anyone is interested?
Yes, I will share an article later on, and then everybody can go there and find everything there.
Nice. Congrats. So since we were on Nostr Wallet Connect and Cashu, let's bring Bob on stage. Bob, what is Cashu first? I never can wrap my head around it.
Hey guys. So Cashu is an implementation of an eCash audit, and there's two eCash, like kind of well-used eCash implementations. The first is Fedimint, which you guys might be familiar with. The second is Cashu. Difference, at least in my view, is Fedimint requires it's multi-sig, so you need to run a Fedimint. You need 4 people, 15 people. You need friends to help you run it. And Cashu is much simpler. You can just run your own Cashu mint if you want, whereas your Fedimint needs to have multiple people. Both of them are like fairly new. Cashu is newer than Fedimint. There are a couple of recent updates that we took advantage of at. Oh yeah, there was that humming. Okay, cool. Or someone's humming.
It's Tomic, man. You're doing like some interesting things over there
or something in the background.
This is on mobile, and yeah, it's pretty much the Bitcoin blockchain. You can go to like the latest block by typing in like a really high number. It'll take you to the latest Bitcoin block. You can buy it with Lightning. If you steal someone's block, it uses that Lightning address to refund the person's, and you always have to pay double what they paid. So for instance, if I like to, let's go back to the Genesis block where a lot of action's happening. Like if I wanted to steal, we'll just say like reward different resources, you can build stuff, just like other little fun use cases, kind of like on the roadmap. But yeah, right now it's mainly just like Satoshi's place, but you can kind of have more like custom ownership of individual pixels, which are blocks. And I'll show off one little thing I found the other day, so you can follow this arrow. And there you go. I'll make that the conclusion of my demo there. But yeah, you can have fun with it. Of the game that people like either have put their logo onto the map. So if you saw like some companies have put their logo on the map, I'd put them up here. Or if people are supporting like Nostr Connect and stuff, I'm also kind of putting them up here. So that's it. If anyone has any ideas, or you can also see the balance updated here to let the user know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the game. It's an ever-growing map. So every time a Bitcoin block is found, the map is slowly growing outward. And I'm trying to make it like in a memory efficient, optimized way. It's a full 3D engine that you're loading. I'm foregoing the Google and Apple monopolies, so I can't get shut down that way. So the idea is to make this a very robust, forever hobby game to implement Bitcoin features and have a lot of fun. And then if you buy blocks, just know like right now you're sort of supporting the game, but if someone steals that block, you do get paid out, and they have to pay double. You get paid out more than what you put in. So but I wouldn't consider that like an investment. It's just for fun, if that makes sense. And that's it. Yeah, there's one use case that was kind of interesting that I will say is Start9 came up with this idea. So they made their logo, and then the idea is every time you want to donate to Start9, you can do it in a fun way where Matt put his refund donation address as the refund destination. So then every time you steal a start9 block, your refund addresses are being used as part of the logo itself. So if you wanted to have like a fun way of donating, that's like one kind of fun idea that someone has come up. Yeah, and it's just a website, so no need to download like a Unity game. It's using WebAssembly on the front end, so no JavaScript, like heavy stuff. It's all WASM web, so it's kind of on hard mode, but it's a fun learning process for me. So yeah. Also, you're bringing feedback in. I can hear myself through your mic. Bringing feedback in. I hear myself through mic. Maybe Rocco, just type in the chat and mute yourself. I don't know. Just type in the chat and mute yourself. I don't know.
Implementation and nice game and app. Do you have a, like, regarding Nostr Wallet Connect, do you have a comment on like how the implementation was and if there's something missing that you want to share here?
Yeah, so when I first used Nostr Wallet Connect, I was actually confused with the idea. So I was assuming that all messages were going over Nostr. I didn't realize that was just for the initial negotiation. So that was, I think there's maybe like when I hear the phrase Nostr Wallet Connect, sort of flush out and make sure I did that right. But I think Nostr Wallet Auth is pretty interesting. It's a fun, like, easy way to use Nostr Wallet Connect. I like it. I don't think Alby has it enabled yet, or maybe they have another method, but I think just Prism and Mutiny use Nostr Wallet Auth right now.
Yeah, so far yet, yes, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I
considerations to do like on the different environments, like you have a mobile wallet, want to connect to a mobile app, or you have a desktop app, you want to connect to a mobile like wallet, or the other, like these different environments are a bit tricky. So yeah, but it's it comes up quite often. So like our new upcoming Nostr Wallet Connect like wallet release, I think we will tackle this.
So one thing I am doing is I'm doing like another layer upon Nostr Wallet Connect with an additional kind of Nostr identity with that OAuth login method. So I'm encrypting the Nostr Wallet Connect string server side, and then I'm decrypting it back out, where if you use the same Nostr login, let's say you are using your laptop and you play Satoshi Settlers and you set up your Nostr Wallet Connect, you can then go to your mobile phone, log into the game, and then have the same Nostr Wallet Connect balance and utilize that without setting up a brand new, connection, which is kind of nice. As long as you use that same Nostr pub key and you verify it. So that's one thing I've done that might be a good or bad idea. I'm not sure which, but at least I'm encrypting it server side, so I feel like it's okay. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, for one price of $10 a month. We're going to be over to a pay-as-you-go model pretty soon here based on kind of Lightning. But yeah, we're making payouts via the Prism API. Thank you, Bob. Everyone who's a user is able to go into their settings and attach a Lightning address. Right now, we're referring people to Stacker News for setting up a Lightning address, but I want to re-add our Alby OAuth thing. We used that with GPUtopia, and that was pretty successful. Aside from we probably accidentally loaded you guys up with too many people who are coming for the payouts. Like user quality be a little higher than it was with GPUtopia. But if people get paid here, we're just looping through right now every day and looking at people who have if you've created an agent and you've attached a Lightning address to your profile, we're giving you at least yesterday, it was 10,000 sats a person. And then whoever has kind of the most popular agents, we're kind of just paying you roughly proportional to the usage. But over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be moving that to more sort of programmatic payouts based on, more defined revenue share splits. This kind of needs to wait on agents being good enough that people are actually willing to pay for them. And that's been one of the big problems with AI agents to this point is ask anybody like what agents they've actually used in production. There's basically none. The agents that are out there tend to be demoware or vaporware or people talking a big game or having frameworks with little demos. But, there are not yet any agents that are good enough that a person's going to want to reliably pay for. But this is something that we think is where the sort of market forces of an open marketplace can help, because if we're able to cut in the builders, anybody who contributes to an agentic workflow, whether they're contributing eventually compute, but like the prompts, the knowledge, the plugins, once we have those market signals, then we think that developers properly incentivized are going to help find use cases that we think people are willing to pay for. Probably the first idea of auto dev, where you can have an agent be active in your GitHub repo. I've already had a lot of success just working in our chat interface. One of the models uses a third-party API called greptile, which they specialize in code-base indexing. So I was adding a feature yesterday, and I was having a conversation with the greptile code base, which has our code base all indexed. And then I get like some initial information from the greptile, and then I swap that. Eventually, I can swap to Claude Opus or a different model later in the conversation to work with that. And this is has improved my code base just in chat. But we want to move this in the direction of having more kind of custom functionality. So we kind of built this backend to be extensible by developers via these agent plugins. We're sort of to this point just kind of manually connecting new plugins to agent flows, but later this month we're going to have a UI for this. And we have bounties available for people who can write plugins. And a plugin is basically a piece of functionality in a WASM plugin that can be consumed by any number of agents. So you can imagine that if you're an agent builder and you're not a developer, if you go and create an agent via our interface, you can get paid Lightning sats for the usage of your agent. But if you're a developer and you can do something like, hey, I want to enable agents to be able to check the price of any crypto token. Here is the plugin that can be pulled in soon via our UI. It's an AI agent marketplace with programmatic rev share, paying all contributors to an agentic workflow. I'll pause there for any questions. And you can try this out now at openagents.com. Log in with Nostr or an X account. Competing against compute providers subsidized by massive investment. So my kind of mind got changed after watching the Dev Day presentation from Sam Altman at OpenAI in November 2023, seeing that, I think that agents are going to be kind of the future of what people actually connect a credit card or a receivables account at the enterprise level to actually pay for. And that's certainly, I think, been validated over the last few months. Companies like Google and Microsoft making big bets on agents in particular. They think that's going to be key to sort of unlocking agent or enterprise spending. So agents, I think, are the future. And I think specifically that every person, every company is going to have one or more AI agents working for them or on their behalf or in their business workflows, by the end of this decade. And the question there is where should they get them from? Should they get them from some closed source monopolist, a mega corporation that's trying to scare the shit out of regulators to have a monopoly, or should they get it from an open marketplace built on open protocols and open money? So this is just a better, more comfortable position for us to be a lot closer to what people are actually willing to pay for. I imagine if we're successful with this, that we will reboot the network of Geotopia at some point. But compute is just not the right angle of approach for us, at least as a venture-backed company. If anyone else is interested in picking up that idea, I'm happy to tell you more lessons of what we learned. And you can use our code. The code still works. It just, we kind of let the network expire. You know, anybody can create an agent. And as of our next update tomorrow-ish, people will have like a profile of an agent that they can share around easily. Like right now, you just tell people like, go to the store and click on, you know, fast talking man or whatever. But it's pure kind of market node, with this interface being the idea that we're making this as easy as possible for like a non-technical user to use, where our main user base we're focusing on is kind of current or former OpenAI developers and agent builders who want to make money building agentic work. But also, if you're a developer who just likes the idea of this, you know, we're building this all on Nostr. We've got an explanation in our docs about the architecture overview. This is all built on Nostr NIP90. There's more, you know, any questions that you have about like the protocols or contributing and stuff, you know, running a pool, RAG pipeline, there's a lot you can kind of learn. Check out our docs.openagents.com. And if you have any questions that are not answered, please let us know. But we are looking for contributors. We're offering a bounty currently of 1 million sats for the first developer, for the first agent plugin per developer. And we'll do maybe, I don't know, 20 or 30 more of those. We just awarded one of those yesterday for creating these plugins. And then you'll get paid on the back end also of rev share when your plugin's used, but we just don't have any paying usage right now, hence the bounties.
How many of you work on this?
We've got a team of 7 right now. And our code is fully 100% open source. Check out our GitHub repo. That's all linked from openagents.com. Goes there. All right, I'll leave it there. Thank you, guys. Story on Stacker News. And so there's some good info there for getting up to speed. And any questions or comments or feature requests that you have, please throw it in our Stacker News community.
And do you have access to DALL-E 3? Can you generate images? Do you like?
We had a basic image gen integration a couple weeks ago. We stripped it out because I just didn't want to half-ass that. But if there's demand for image gen, we can add that pretty easily if you have any of the.
Tomic, thanks.
Thanks,